Hey guys, and welcome back to another MAFIA 3 video. I was fucking ridiculously, insanely hyped up for this game as soon as it was announced, and now I'm at a stage where I cannot control this anymore. I need to play this game right now. I can't wait any longer. Now, what I have to share with you guys today is something, it just put a big smile on my face basically. Long story short, that's exactly what it done, because you know, with loads of games nowadays, as soon as it releases, you get the few add-ons and so forth, but like, it's never a lot, it's never enough to keep the game going, right? And the second thing is, developers nowadays, it's rare that they actually listen to the damn community, but MAFIA 3, 2K, whoever the fuck's working on this game, have exactly done that, and I absolutely love your face. Now let me jump straight into it, okay? Now, 30 days after the game launches, everyone, not people that just pre-order the game and so forth, but everyone is going to get something called the Judge, Jury, and Executioner Golden Weapons Pack. Just the word actually executioner, it just showcases what sort of weapons we are going to be getting. Now we got a little screenshot alongside with another one as well, which is another thing I want to get onto, and that's about more customization. Literally more customization, basically more character customization. We're going to have a whole bunch of new outfits to put on Lincoln, so he's not just going to be wearing the same thing throughout the game. Of course, you're going to have those options to do whatever you want, basically what they're going to give us. But not only that, something that really made me a whole bunch more excited, because I've always said to myself, it's something that is key in open world games, and that is vehicle customization. Just take a look at this screenshot. Now let's retrack back to MAFIA 2, right? Vehicle customization was a ton of fun, especially for the time of the game being released. What was it, like 2010? Probably not 2010. I think it was somewhere along those lines though. I can't actually remember the exact date, but what I'm trying to say is back then, for what it had, was good, but now what they have done, it looks just insane. Like, we never had these options way before a MAFIA 2. Like, you can see, right, first of all, within the screenshot, I can spot a whole bunch of things that have been added onto the vehicle. Now the first thing is, of course, the thing on the hood. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is. I like cars, I just can't remember that exact name for what that thing is on top, but trust me, like, I know exactly what it does. No idea, I'm chatting shit. It does something to the car. It looks good, okay? It looks good. Second thing is the exhaust, of course. Now, I assume there are probably going to be maybe 3 different options. Of course, this is one out of the other 2. So the second one, I assume, would be like the exhaust on the side, and then, of course, your average exhaust at the back. Kind of long ones, and then, of course, you get this. Personally, I like this, especially considering there are going to be probably a whole bunch of more different things, like when it shoots flames and so forth. It just looks a whole bunch more cooler coming out from the side. Then, of course, we've got the rims and so forth, and of course, you know, the body kit. The body kit looks like something that has, of course, been customized. The front bumper we got, of course, we can't see the back of the car exactly like clearly, but I can see a little spoiler, which looks super cool. And if I'm not mistaken, we will also have that customization option that we did back in MAFIA 1, with basically creating your own number plate, which is always just a ton of fun. I just like doing those things, even though, like, it's not even pointless. It just makes the car feel more like your car, if you know what I mean. Now, the second thing, of course, that's going to be coming after the game is more missions, basically. So we got something called Faster Baby, Sign of Times, and then Stones Unturned. So I'll run through them briefly. Faster Baby is basically fast cars, dramatic chases, and stunt driving. And it says, take center stage as Lincoln joins forces with his former flame Roxy Lavu to take down a corrupt sheriff terrorizing civil rights activists on the outskirts of New Bordeaux. Now, of course, we got Sign of Times, which, I mean, the screenshot looks like a fucking horror thing, and I guess that's exactly what it is. It's basically a string of killings that has New Bordeaux on the edge of terror. This basically reminds me of Jack the Ripper, okay? Like, if I had to compare it to something, that's basically what it was. I don't know if you guys know who Jack the Ripper is. You probably do, but if you don't, it's basically exactly this. It's a guy that just went around killing everyone, that of course got a load of people in that area really scared. And bear in mind, this was way back in the day, like way back in the day. So again, I guess, like, maybe that might have been like, it doesn't even come down as an inspiration. It feels a little bit weird to say Jack the Ripper inspired something, because that dude was like really fucked up. But yeah, I guess this is an inspiration. Now you basically gotta, of course, hunt down the cult responsible, and then you gotta basically take them out, pretty much. That's basically it, and of course it's gonna be related to more drugs and so forth. Now the last thing we got is Stones Unturned. This, I saw this screenshot, and like, I guess you guys will probably be able to relate. The first thing that came into my head was Uncharted. I don't know, it just seems like that hunting thing and, you know, all that sort of jiggle wiggles. Basically what this is, that's what it looks like anyway. But long story short, you join forces with a CIA agent who goes by the name of John Donovan to settle a blood feud that began in the war-torn jungles of Vietnam. So basically, yeah, if you've played Uncharted, that's basically like the whole theme with this one. Like, I've never played this, neither have you guys, so it's kind of hard to tell, but from a screenshot, that's exactly what comes into my head. And just of course it being in a jungle as a whole, holy shit man, this is gonna be ridiculously insane. I honestly cannot wait for this. But as a whole, I just think they have done an amazing job, because like I said way back at the beginning of the video, with open world games nowadays, there's a lot of things that lack in certain games, and where of course people requested, a community as a whole, the developers really don't do anything much. I mean, they take on a few and then that's it. But with this, we got not just one, but we got a whole bunch of stuff, which I just, as a player, as a fan of the series, I feel really happy about this, and I'm sure you guys do as well, because this by far is one of my most anticipated games for 2016, and I've said this so many times, but it is definitely going to go head to head with Watch Dogs 2, both open world games, both look insanely fun, but of course what they are doing with each game varies, and I think what they have done with this game is super cool. The only thing I really wish Mafia 3 would have is multiplayer. I know I say this in almost every Mafia 3 video I make, but multiplayer in Mafia 3 would be ridiculously awesome, because we had it in Mafia 2. I actually know the developers that have done that, so fingers crossed, maybe sometime down the line you might just get a Mafia 3 multiplayer mode. It will most likely be for PC, but you never know. If they listen to us now, well, previous to all this stuff, who the fuck knows? You never know. Mafia 3 Online, you heard it here first. I just think that would be ridiculously fun. It would be such a great touch to the game, even though I know it is story based, and I guess when you play a Mafia game, my first Mafia game I played was Mafia 2, and I remember just downloading the demo, and there was something specific about it that stood out from every open world game, and it's that it literally brought me into that time period and made me feel like that Italian mobster, that Italian gangster. It really had that theme just so accurate. They really had that shit locked down, which was so good, and that's what pretty much just sold me. It allows the player, of course, to roleplay, do what you gotta do, and with Mafia 3, it's gonna be a whole bunch more now. I know, like, of course, you know, you're gonna have that racism going on, segregation, so forth. It's just really gonna put you in that time period, and everyone's gonna have a unique experience. And I think with open world games, that's exactly what needs to be there. Everybody having a unique experience, and as long as that's there, the game will be successful. At least that's just my opinion anyway. But taking a look at this, everyone for sure, I mean, different endings as well, that's all gonna be there, so everyone's gonna have their own unique experience. And then we got more stuff to look forward to after the release as well, and then what happens after that, God knows. We can only wait and see. But as a whole, I am super stoked for this game. It comes out next month, so it isn't really too far away. This month I am just going to be getting ridiculously hyped. I want to build up the hype. Share your ideas with me in the comment section below, things that you want to see in this game that haven't yet been announced and so forth, and we just should see what should happen. Okay, we shall see, because who knows, right before the release they might just chuck something down and be like, oh yeah, we added this into the game, and it's something that everybody wanted, even though there's sort of like everything everyone wanted already in the game now. Well, you never know. I just feel they are full of surprises. Mafia 3 is a game that is, well, that can and will probably be full of surprises, and it's just absolutely fantastic. But anyway, that's gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more awesome Mafia 3 content, and of course to build up the hype. But I will catch you guys in the next video, but till then, I hope you have a freaking amazing day, and adios amigos.
I want you to send a message to your brother. Pull enough thread and the whole operation starts to fall apart. Should have saved a bullet or two.
You muscle in on Enzo Conti, interdict all that lost cargo that fell off the car in a train yard somewhere in Barclay Mills, the guns, the cars, the human beings. You choke off every single black market pipeline that keeps the Marcano Empire afloat.